Good morning. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce our Master of Ceremonies, Dylan Eckhart. Dylan is the son of Trent and Rebecca Eckhart. Dylan is a member of NHS, Student Council, Science Olympiad, and Illinois Music Education Association District 7 Choir. He is also the president of Model UN and has participated in band, choir, and plays. Next year, he will attend Loyola University in Chicago to study political science on the pre-law track.
Good morning, and welcome to the 102nd commencement exercises here at Crystal Lake Central High School. My name is Dylan Eckhart, and it is my pleasure to serve as the Master of Ceremonies today for the graduation ceremony for the class of 2026. This morning, we come together to honor the accomplishments of 355 students and the tireless efforts of their family, teachers, and community. Senior Olivia Hikus led us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Olivia is the daughter of Jonathan and Michelle Hikus. Olivia is a member of the National Honor Society, Senior Mentors, French NHS, and is a Legacy Club leader. Olivia has also been involved in cross-country, basketball, track, and volleyball. Next year, Olivia will attend Coastal Carolina University and will study communications and media with a minor in film production. At this time, would the senior members of the band and a cappella choirs please join your group? Our first speaker is Jackson Kaiser. Jackson is the son of Jason and Kristen Kaiser. Jackson is a member of the NHS Executive Board, Senior Mentors, Student Council, and the Ski and Snowboard Club. He is also the captain of the lacrosse team. In the fall, Jackson will be attending the Kelley School of Business at Indiana University Bloomington to study finance and supply chain management.
Good morning. As I'm sure all of you know, Central is built on orange and black Tiger Pride. Although I've never won a Tiger Pride award, I know the acronym by heart. Not because I'm bored in my classes and have read the signs in every classroom, but because as a mentor, I've quizzed and drilled it into the freshmen' heads. There are 2 I's and 2 E's, and those are the ones people usually get stuck on. Integrity, innovation, empathy, and engaged, if you were wondering. My high school experience has been full of Tiger Pride. Starting my freshman year, I played against Hampshire in a quintuple overtime lacrosse game. Yes, that's 5 overtimes. I was lucky enough to be on the field when Central took home the victory with a crazy shot that I didn't think was going to go in. The whole team exploded from the sideline, and I'm sure the parents let out a collective sigh of relief. In that moment, I'll remember that moment for a long time. And yes, the T in Tiger Pride stands for teamwork. The start of Tiger Pride, an easy first example to talk about. But when I think about that moment, I think about greatness. I think about the relationships the team had and the perseverance it took to keep making plays until we won the game. And for me, in that moment, high school was all it was hyped up to be. But I haven't talked about the school aspect of high school. Looking back, I'm sure a lot of us did a lot more complaining and procrastinating than actual work. But when push comes to shove, I learned that I can lock in. Whether it's a paper due at 10 p.m. when you're banking on it being midnight, or a Spanish speaking test you're practicing more in English because you have it next period. But being a student at CLC has left me with class experiences I never thought I would have. I was engaged in Mr. Yauk's business class, creating an app with a group and then pitching it to a panel of investors. Determined in Mr. Murphy's government class, debating my friends, playing devil's advocate every chance I got. And innovative in Mr. C's engineering class, learning how to solder a circuit board. All of these experiences shaped my learning and left me with skills I will carry for years to come. But maybe the most unappreciated aspect of Tiger Pride is how bought in everyone is. When I heard the teachers rave about the culture at this school compared to South or PR, I thought they were just trying to cope because they picked a school with no air conditioning. But I've heard of no other high school that has a teachers versus students volleyball game, or teachers' proms at the homecoming assembly, and then a parade in downtown Crystal Lake. Or the principals running a hot chocolate stand, blaring holiday music in the hallways. Seeing how devoted the staff is to making Central a fun, welcoming community just naturally rubs off on the students. And as we leave Central, I want all of you to remember that you will always have the teamwork, integrity, greatness, empathy, and respect that makes you a Tiger. And take pride in your future path. Not everyone's goals have to be yours, but you have to put your head down and follow through. Or as my dad would say, go get 'em, Tiger.
Now, please enjoy the symphonic band as they perform Remember Me from Coco. It is my pleasure to introduce our second student speaker, J.R. Mason. J.R. is the son of Chad and Katie Mason. J.R. is a Legacy Club leader and a member of Senior Mentors in NHS. While at CLC, he participated in football, basketball, baseball, and track and field. Next year, he will attend the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign to study finance, supply chain management, and Spanish.
Good morning, everyone. Parents, teachers, administrators, and my fellow graduates who did not have to just chat GPT how to write a graduation speech last night. When we were younger, we weren't scared of anything, not socially at least. We'd wear whatever we wanted, say whatever we were thinking, and post whatever we felt. Then high school hit, and overnight, we earned a master's in overthinking. You don't realize how fear creeps in until you're rewriting a text message 5 times, or pretending you didn't see someone in the hallway because you're not sure if you're close enough to say hi. Or deciding not to try out for something because what if I'm not good enough? We're not born with that. We learn it. We learn to compare. We learn to fit in. We learn to care way too much about what everyone else thinks, even though half the time they're just as insecure as we are. High school can feel like one big competition. Grades, sports, college acceptances, followers, who's doing what after graduation. And it's easy to shrink yourself to fit whatever you think is normal. But here's the problem with that. Normal is overcrowded. There's a quote from one of my favorite movies, A Bronx Tale, that says, "The saddest thing in life is wasted talent." And talent isn't just athletic or academic, it's your creativity, your leadership, your sense of humor, your ability to take risks. When we let fear decide what we try, what we say, or who we become, that's when talent gets wasted. Another line from the movie says, "I learned to give love and get love unconditionally." You just have to accept people for what they are. Imagine how different high school would have felt if we all did that, accepted each other without judgment, and more importantly, accepted ourselves. However, I believe Crystal Lake Central is where many of us found ourselves. For me, I was able to find an amazing group of people that I have formed lifelong relationships with. Crystal Lake Central has an incredible culture built on inclusivity, support, and a strong sense of community, where Tiger Pride is felt in everything from the classroom to extracurriculars, uniting the students and staff of this building. It's a place where people genuinely lift each other up, creating an environment that leaves a lasting impact well beyond the walls of our high school. Class of 2026, as we walk across this stage and into the real world, where we now have to schedule our own doctor appointments and pay for our own treatment services, I want you to promise yourself one thing. I will not waste my talent or let fear get in the way of who I am meant to be.
Now, the choir will sing a selection entitled Rainbow Connection. Senior band and choir members, please return to your graduating class. At this time, I would like to thank and recognize the D155 school board members here today. We also would like to recognize our District 155 administrative team and our Crystal Lake Central leadership team, teachers, and staff. Their dedication, hard work, and behind-the-scenes efforts have helped make this day possible. Now, before the class of 2026 receives their diplomas, I would like to highlight the accomplishments of some of our graduates today. Red, white, and blue honor cords are worn by students who will be serving their country in one of the branches of the military. Please stand. Gold tassels are worn by members of the National Honor Society, and neck medallions are worn by students who earned a GPA of 4.0 or greater. Please stand. We also celebrate the 81 students in the class of 2026 who earned our 4th annual Distinguished Tiger Award. These students have demonstrated Tiger pride through community service, participation in activities, attendance, and character. Please stand. Finally, honor cords are worn by members of the Student Council, Nursing Assistant Program, blood donors, World Language National Honor Societies, Interact Club, Tri-M Music Honor Society, AVID, and students who took 9 or more advanced placement or dual credit classes. Please stand. The teachers and administration of Central High School are proud of your hard work and achievements. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Carson Sturkey, the principal of Crystal Lake Central.
Thank you. Good morning, class of 2026, and congratulations on a job well done. I consider it an absolute joy and a blessing to be able to speak to you for a few moments on this incredible day. I also want to welcome all of our staff and families in attendance today. Although this day is a celebration of you, the class of 2026, it is also important to remember those close to you who have been in your corner every step of the way. Therefore, students, if you haven't done so already, I want you to take a moment at some point in this ceremony and find a family member, a teacher, or a friend in the crowd. Give them a wave, a smile, or a quiet thank you. Those are the people who have walked beside you every step of the way leading to today and will be by your side long after today is over. Class of 2026, your journey at Crystal Lake Central has been full of impact, full of memories and laughter, full of accomplishments and challenges. It has consisted of celebratory moments and honors that include state qualifiers, spectacular plays and musicals, academic accolades, and so much more. Your journey consists of those visible moments, the ones where you know and can feel the impact, the mountaintop moments that feel defining in nature. My hope is that each of you sitting here in front of me today can find those moments from your time as a Tiger that make you smile and carry them with you in years to come. However, I also hope you know that you have had a far greater impact on those around you than you may ever know. Your journey has intertwined with one another in both the major milestones and the fleeting moments. A simple hello, a kind wave, befriending the student next to you in the lunchroom, putting your arm around a teammate after a missed shot, doing the next right thing. These small actions can leave endless ripples, and they are ones that you may or may not remember. Last summer, I sent every student in the class of 2026 an email asking you to share with me an example of a teacher who helped you believe in yourself early in your high school career. The replies came flooding in, the messages, the stories, the testimonials, actions of teachers that you were still carrying with you years later, the examples of people that stood by you at your lowest or carried you through a dark time. You shared phrases like, "She never doubted me," and "I wanted to give up, but he wouldn't let me." When you couldn't see past the struggles in front of you, there was always someone helping you see through the trees. And now, it's your turn to be that for someone else. As you go out and embrace the next phase of your journey, whether that's stepping foot on a college campus, starting a new career, or serving our country in the military, know that you are a light for those around you, whether you see it or not. Here at Crystal Lake Central, we talk a lot about belonging and belief. Above all else, we strive for this to be a place where all students know they belong in the Tiger community and all students believe they can be successful. Class of 2026, you will be remembered for the community you created and the belief you had in one another. You are truly walking out these doors, leaving this place better than you found it, and that is something you should be proud of. A few months back, I had the opportunity to give a tour to the class of 1976 as they were celebrating their 50th high school reunion. For context, when you all come back for your 50th reunion someday, the year will be 2076, you will be 68 years old, and I will be 86 years old, and maybe, just maybe, still the principal at Crystal Lake Central. The group I toured laughed and they shared stories. They talked about needing a signed permission slip to smoke in the courtyard, and reminisced about the one student who decided to drive a motorcycle through the hallway. They talked about teachers and classes, but do you know what they talked about most 50 years later? They talked about each other. They talked about their classmates that helped them through. They remembered the Tiger family. As I hope to share each year, my charge to you is this: make the most of each moment in each season of your life. Let the big moments fuel you, but don't look past the small ones. Think with the end in mind, and remember that small things to you are big things to others. And as a wise friend once told me, always be the person that carries the hope. Congratulations, class of 2026. You will always be a part of the Tiger family. Now, will the graduating class of 2026 please rise? Members of the Board of Education, I certify that those standing before you now have completed all graduation requirements as established by the Board of Education and have earned a Community High School District 155 diploma. Members of the class of 2026, please move your tassel from left to right in recognition that you have officially earned a high school diploma. Would the Board of Education please now present the diplomas?
Charlotte Susana Aburto Hernandez. Diego Acuna. Athena Alessandra Adame Lara. Ian Carlo Aguilera Heron. Giovanni Aguilar Lopez. Connor John Altergott. Viviana Angeles. Mia Catherine Atunez. Adeline May Arliskis. Alec John Arnold. Anahia Vina. Tristan Daniel Avram. Alonzo Ayala Calderon. William Martin Bajak. Diego Banda Gamboa. Joseph Malachi Basham. Michaela Basham. Danae Ayana Bates. Julia Ryan Baumer. Maximino Bautista Mujica. Ella Mae Beckler. Brody Michael Benison. Diego Esteban Bermudez Juarin. Camilla Jasleen Bernal. Ellie Lynn Berube. Chloe Lynn Blair Stuckey. Daniela Blancas Tirado. Colin Lynn Blas. Anastasia Sativa Boring. Allison Rose Brash. Oren Grace Briones. Aiden Jose Buenrostro. Kaylin Kimani Burnett. Bree Ann Burns. Alexandria Peyton Hope Bushy. Aiden Matthew Butler. Jackson Elliott Bird. Aaron Nicholas Caldwell Elfie. Gavin Jordan Callejas Holton. Edwin Brandon Carbajal Puntos. Brandon Richard Carbone. Jose Cardoso. Catherine Ann Carlson. James Anthony Carroza. Perla America Castañon. Vanessa Ann Castro. Fernanda Chavez Dantes. Henry Chichersky. Lillian Grace Clausen. Darnell Tavion Cody. Adrian James Calderay. Stephen Joseph Scott Cologne. Maya Lee Cook. Jace Ryan Kopp. Lucas Gabriel Costa. Matthew Robert Costello. Jaden Michael Cowles. Victor Manuel Cruz Leva. Evan Jamil Cuevas Hernandez. Gail de Jesus Cuevas Martinez. Anastasia Elise Cunningham. Austin Harley Dahl. Abdul Rahman Adib Darbo. Scarlett Yasmin Delgado. Alessandra Catherine Desando. Genevieve Helena Diaz. Madison Justine D. Giovanni Jackson. Julia Elise Doak. James J. Douglas. Alfredo Noé Doron. Quinn Alexander Eaton. Dylan West Eckhart. Alexander J. Edwards. Cheyenne Marie Edwards. Ian Santiago Elizarares Martinez. Claudia Elvira Martinez Simon. Joseph Espinosa Cardoso. Anai Christine Estrada Rodriguez. Joseph Lawrence Etten. Penelope Lane Fain. Connor James Fennessy. Ariana Furman. Sophia Lynn Fialik.
Michael Fear. Natalia Emma Fijalkowski Malagon. Matthew John Fitch. Audrey Cynthia Floyd. Gloria Franco. Abigail Ann Frazier. Sophia Elizabeth Fuchslock. Grace Caitlin Fugino. Claudia Galvan. Valeria Gastelum Tolano. Scarlett May Gates. John Raymond Geyser. Annabella Elise Getty. Matthew James Giovenco. Jose de Jesus Gonzalez Hernandez. Olivia Gonzalez Solano. Jennifer Gonzalez Zarate. Logan Kevin Goff. Bear Patrick Goy. Aiden Dylan Graham. McKenna Brooklyn Grams. Samantha Catherine Greco. Evan Corey Greeley. Evan Riley Greenlee Rodewald. Michael James Grouper. Noel Enrique Gumecindo Diaz. Declan Cash Gustafson. Olivia Marie Gutzmer. Alexis Karen Hadler. Penelope Honorato Hall. Caitlin Michelle Halter. Reese Daniel Hamrick. Tian Hang. Lucas James Hansen. Haley Elizabeth Harney. Isaac Gabrielle Harrell. Cole Daniel Hartke. Michael Luis Hartkopf. Lucas Wegner Hartman. Caden Alexander Hayes. Joshua Hernandez Landa. Paul Andres Hernandez Lopez. Carissa Serenity Holden. Natalie Hugh. Jaden Jityen Hugh. Daniel Philip Hughesby. Olivia Jane Georgia Hikus. Brooklyn Aubrey Johnson. Margaret Ann Johnson. Seth William Johnson. Alyssa Megan Faith Johnston. Kate Celeste Jones. Madison Riley Jones. Mason Matthew Jones. Mia Fair Jordao. Gianna Grace Young. Jackson Frederick Kaiser. Casper Stash Kakietek. Audrey Jane Canelopoulos. Matthew Robert Casenter. James Donald Kastner. Bennett Quinn Cletius. Hayden Michael Kelly. Addison Marie Knefick. Gwen Kaylee Kidd. Ava Lee King. Ava Marie Knapp. Ryan Joseph Knigge. Vladislav Koropetsky. Madeline Ann Crick. Carter Kropke. Grant Anthony Kuligowski. Gabriella Hope Chobe. Bianca Rose LaBarbera. Ava Marie Lackey. Caitlin Renee Lancaster. Daisy Jacqueline Larios Morales. Brooks Allen Larson. Derek Christopher Larson. Samantha Faye Lawen. Alexis Lechuga. Brian Hector Lechuga. Avery James Lee.
Aaliyah Alessandra Leyes Dominguez. Chase William Lemke. Nico Gianni Lenzi. Jonathan Antonio Leon. Catherine Sophia Leon. Peyton Jane Lesko. Jenna Lewis. Johan Lin. Jackson Douglas Lyle. Kimmy Honor Long. Valerie Lopez. Jade Loyo Martinez. Ruby Curl Mackey. America Maldonado. Declan Jeffrey Malone. Emily Nicole Mayers. Amara Sky Marika. Rylan Burgess Martin. Brittany Martinez. Yaritza Nicole Martinez Valeda. Jackson Ryan Mason. Helena Zofia Martinowski. Emily Ray Maza. Sean William McCain. Eli McCarter. Chanel Marialice McLean. Peyton Elizabeth McMahon. Valeria Medina Arroyo. Emery Grace Mers. Evan Christopher Meyer. Yesenia Meza. Peter James Mickle. Sabrina Laya Miguel. Reed James Mahelich. Yadziri Miranda. Daira Jasmine Montoya Zavala. Adriana Hope Moore. Silas Joseph Morrow. Braden Adam Moy. Kira Gail Mulcahy. Cassidy Marie Murphy. Nolan Joseph Nabilik. Whitney Rita Indajre. Mariana Natalia Newell. Aiden Peter Niederkorn. Michael Anthony Nuccio. Jordan Mary O'Brien. Bridget Lee O'Connor. Breda Olmos Fieto. Max Wojciech Olo. Amana Igasa O'Malley. Benjamin Allen Orozco. Xavier Alexander Ortiz. Jacqueline Orvis. Mariana Elizabeth Osorio Fromm. Abraham Palomino Morin. Abigail Elise Pasica. Corbin James Pena. Angel Daniel Perez Telez. Sov Pernia Isaacson. Jersey Anne Marie Petty. Lauren Elizabeth Pyer. Matthew Bradley Peach. Kieran Gaynor Pokerol. Pratik Panam. Tessa Rose Pop. Tyler James Porter. Samantha Ray Podorf. Damian Alexander Pride Duvall. Abraham Bennett Quinn. Aldo Ramirez Gumasendo. Dylan Lee Ramsey. Rylan John Reichert. Addison Delaney Rhett. Eunice Sue Reyes Velasco. Alexander Langton Rich. Camilla Marie Rivera. Ashley Daniela Roa Ramirez. Skylar May Rogers. Xavier Rodriguez. Lisbeth Rodriguez Guevara. Juan Francisco Rodriguez Jimenez. Santiago Rojas. Federico Luis Romero.
Kevin Romero. Jaden David Rosas. Alexander Roselle. Kendall Pavey Rosumny. Kylie Ryan Sape. Jasmine Salas. Yosgard Salazar Gumasindo. Tareem Nauman Salim. Gianna Sanchez. Natalie Sadai Sanchez. Kane Ramon Sandifer. Margot Diana Santorelli. Addison Lee Schaefer. Logan Matthew Schipple. Camden Frederick Schmidt. Anthony Michael Schmidt. Ethan Sebastian Schultz. Ismarie Rachel Sedano. Allegra Isabella Shetsky. Emma Marie Sieg. James Eldon Silvers. Michaela Faye Simonik. Abigail Ann Jordan Saray. Ava Claire Smigelski. Amelia Fontana Smith. Brianna Kathleen Smith. Catherine Isabel Smith. Ryan Thomas Spencer. Emerson Lynn Stanger. Ryan Arthur Stark. Anna Elizabeth Starr. Kira Rose Stavropoulos. Molly Karen Sturzik. Jacob Keith William Strebel. Ethan Jacob Stroh. Logan James Stednicka. Roberto Suarez. Jacob Joseph Shella. Bella Lucille Taylor. Ryan Thomas Terlecki. Abigail Margaret Thompson. Jade Elizabeth Tichart. Isabella Sienna Tejung. Anastasia Tikachna. Ella Carolyn Trudeau. Carlos Alexis Trujillo Mandujano. Adea Madeline Tuma. Maxim Stepan Timochek. Sebastian Anthony Valdez. Michelle Itai Valdez. Andres Valdiva Gallardo. Fernando Alexander Valenciano. Paulina Isabel Valladares. Jesse James Vance. Andres Vargas Manjares. Daniel Vasquez Lopez. Juliana Marim Velasquez Rodriguez. Roman Vences. Mauricio Venegas. Elizabeth Vergara Gumasindo. Elena Grace Verzel. Jocelyn Vijalba. Giovanni Viveros Hernandez. Tong Din Vo. Kason Joseph Wallner. Eric Wang. Emma LeRae Warner. Anaya Washington. Aiden Finn Watson. Victoria Paige Weissar. Zachary Ryan Wilson. Ethan Matthew Wolf. Brinley Isabella Wright. Emmeline Brooke Wright. Genevieve Scarlett Wright. Liesel Grace Wheeler. Jonathan Stanimir Yanchev. Leslie Yevra. Avery Delven Young. Thomas James Zalettel. Melanie Zambrano Julio. Carla Odalise Zarate. Carter Andrew Zavorsky. Colton Scott Zavorsky. Trevor James Zielinski. Ella Louise Ziemba. Cheyenne Corinne Zogelman. Andrew Nathan Zabriskie.
Our final speaker is Allegra Shetsky, daughter of Steve Shetsky. Allegra is a member of NHS, Student Council, Senior Mentors, FVC Leadership, the Board of Interact Club, and the President of Med Club. Allegra sings in the choir and has been a part of CLC plays and musicals. Next year, Allegra will attend Loyola University Chicago to study political science on the pre-med track.
Thank you. All ceremony long, we have talked about the incredible accomplishments, achievements, and awards of the class of 2026. But now, it is time to get ready to move on to the next chapter of our lives. I vividly recall the first day of freshman year. Most of us were terrified and thought that the year 2026 sounded made up. That was years away, and graduation seemed more like a dream than a distant reality. It wasn't until the end of sophomore year that I realized how fast high school would be. At that point, we were halfway through high school and about to be upperclassmen. When I became an upperclassman, I thought that life couldn't get any better. We got to park at the school, leave campus for lunch. What more could you need in life? But then junior year quickly came to an end, and we were all seniors. And as we sit here together for one last time, I can't help but think about how time flew by. Yes, this saying may be extremely cliche, but it cannot be more true. When we started high school in 2022, I could have never imagined to making it to senior sunrise, my fourth orange and black night, or the front of the student section with the other seniors at football games. But as these events went from things to look forward to memories, I began to think about this cliche more. The saying is beyond corny, but maybe we were repeatedly told it for a reason, to learn to appreciate the moment. The funny thing about time is that we always think that we have more than we actually do. We take time for granted. Throughout the entire course of my high school career, my grandpa has always told me, "It's going to go by faster than you think. Make sure you make the most of it." To be completely honest, I didn't feel like time was moving at all when I was memorizing Latin roots and prefixes in freshman honors English, or when I was trying to figure out how to wire a dollhouse in physics. But when my senior year came and went, I realized that my grandpa was right. We don't realize how fast time goes by until we have more days behind us than ahead of us. I can guarantee everyone here that in 4 more years, we will all find ourselves reminiscing about the times we thought would last forever and the goals that we thought we would never achieve. After today, we will all go our separate ways and truly begin life. Our paths will all be so incredibly different, but the one thing that we need to remember is just how short our time on Earth really is. To quote the infamous literature and film Dead Poets Society, "Carpe diem, even if it kills me." Nothing in life is more important than your happiness and how you choose to fill your life. We are at a strange time in our lives where we have to begin to make decisions for ourselves. Our parents are beginning to make fewer and fewer decisions for us, and in making our own decisions, we have to remember to make decisions that will make us happy. Seize the day, choose happiness, and cherish the moment.
As we end our ceremony today, we ask that the audience please remain seated until after the graduates recess out of the Fieldhouse. At this time, I invite members of the a cappella choir to stand and lead us in our school song. Members of the graduating class of 2026, please stand and join them in singing the school song one last time together as a class. Again, we ask that the audience please remain seated until after the graduates recess out of the Fieldhouse. Class of 2026, you are now dismissed.